Good morning. The today's class you are learning about DTDs. Why we are learning the DTDs? Before going to the DTDs, first we should learn about the XML program, Extensible Markup Language. Now in this in this class you are learning about HTML and XML. Then how you want to write the XML program. For that XML program, how we are validating that XML program. After validating, then it is a well-formed XML file or not. Now, next we are going for difference between HTML and XML. In the last class, you learned about the XML. XML means Extensible Markup Language. The main use of XML for storing the data and transferring the data purpose, you are learning the XML language, markup language. Now, if you want to see the difference between the HTML and XML, HTML is used to display the data. Means by using the HTML just for document representation purpose, you learn the HTML. HTML is used to display the data. Data or document or information focusing on how the data looks. XML is a software and hardware independent tool. XML is a software and a hardware, both. It is a software and a hardware independent tool used to transport the data and store the data. It focuses on what the data is. Means HTML, the main use of HTML is focus how the data looks. XML, it is for storing and transporting the data. Now coming to the second point, HTML is a markup language itself. XML provides a framework to define the markup languages. It is a HTML is a not case sensitive. It is a not a case sensitive. XML is a case sensitive. Now, with the help of HTML, we can represent the language. With the help of XML, neither a presentation language or a programming language. HTML has its own predefined tags. In the previous class only I said, under HTML, predefined tags will be there under the namespace. Coming to under XML, XML user define or define tags according to your need. Coming to sixth point, necessary, it is not necessary for closing the tags under the HTML. Under the XML, compulsory the tag should be, the opening should be there, closing tag should be there with the help of angular, opening angular brace and closing angular brace. If you want to write the any tag, the tag should be represented between opening angular braces and closing the angular braces. Then with the, if you want to close the tag means we should close with the help of forward slash under the angular braces, opening and closing angular braces. Now HTML is a static, it is not a dynamic because it is used to display the data only. HTML is a static. XML is a dynamic because it is used to transport the data. HTML does not preserve white spaces. Under HTML, it does not preserve the white spaces. Coming to the XML, it preserves the white spaces. These are the difference between the HTML and XML. The major difference between HTML and XML, HTML is not case sensitive. XML is a case sensitive. One more, under the HTML, we are having only predefined tags will be there. Under the XML, user defined tags will be there. Means we are defining our own tags. Next, we are going for what is XML document. How you want to write the XML document. XML document contains a root element. If you want to write the XML document, compulsory root element will be there. This element is a parent of the all other elements. The elements in the XML document form the document tree. The tree starts with the root and the branches to the lowest level of the tree. That is the purpose. If you want to write the XML document, the first element should be the root element. The next we are having branches of the root. All elements can have the sub-elements. The sub-elements we are calling as a child elements. Your understanding purpose, this is a root element. This is a root element. Under the root, child will be there. Under the child, sub-child will be there. Then if the root element is opening here, the root element is closing here. The child element is opening here, the child element is closing here. Then we are having the sub-elements. Between the elements, if you are writing the any content or data, this only we are storing here. The term parent and the child and the siblings are used to describe the relationship between the elements. Parent elements having the child, children on the same level are called sibling. Children on the same level we are calling as a sibling. Sibling means brother or sisters, we are calling as a sibling. All elements can have the text content and attributes. For example, if you are writing the element, that element can contain, the element can have only the text content and attributes also will be there, just like the HTML. Next, we are going for example for XML. Now, if you want to write the XML, we are having as a, this is first XML will be there. The XML is a root element. Here we are not closing and opening. Emails is your root element. Now, if you want to write the XML, now we are having the, under the XML, we are having the version is the attribute, then encoding type will be there. Now we are writing the program. Now I am opening the notepad. Under the notepad, then see here with question mark, then XML is a case sensitive. XML is a case sensitive. Then we are having the version. So many versions. Under that we are taking only the old version, the first version only. Then encoding type. The encoding type UTF-8. At the time of we are saving the file, I will show about the encoding type. Means, if you want to write the attribute, for the attribute, if you are writing the value, compulsory we need it as a double quotes. Now the attribute name, then assignment operator, then value. For the value, compulsory double quotes. Now I am writing the root element according to your program. Now see the structure of your document. We are taking as a root, child, subchild elements will be there. Now your understanding purpose, the root element I am taking as a students. Now I want to store in the classroom n number of students will be there. Root element is student. Under the student I am taking as a single student as a student. Sub element is student. Now under the student we are having the student name will be there. The name, then I am taking. If you want to write the element, this is the element. These are the user defined elements under the XML. These are not predefined elements. Then closing name. Under the XML, if you are opening the element, compulsory the element should be closed. It is a case sensitive. Name, then rule number or all ticket number. Then all ticket number I am giving 160518733001. Then closing your element, roll number. Then I took on name, rule number, then I am taking as a address. ADD, or I am taking as a address Hyderabad. Closing address. Now I written only for the single student content. Maybe we can write n number of mobile number, contact number, what you want to write, father name, mother name, what you want to write, you can write it. Just I written only for the single student data. Now again I am writing students is a root element. Student is a root element. Under the root element, sub element will be there. Under the sub element, under root element, this is a root. For this root, sub element will be there, sub elements will be there. Now again I am writing the second more student, second student information. Student, then closing the student, then we should write under the nested structure only. The name I'm giving as a Rajesh, closing the name. The next we are going for address. The next we are going for roll number. Roll number. For roll number 160518733002. Then closing roll number. Then address. Then address I am giving as Hyderabad. I am giving as a Hyderabad. Now just I written only for the 2 students data. We can write n number of students data we can store under your XML file. Under XML file we can store. Then I am saving the file. Today's date is 20 January 2021. Under this I am saving the file test.xml. It is a XML program, not HTML program. We are saving the file extension. See here, save as type. Under the save as type, we are having as a text. Then in the XML, under the XML we are writing encoding type equals to UTF-8. UTF-8 are ANSI, UTF-16, LE, so many will be there, UTF-8. Then now you save the file. Under the XML, just now you are going encoding type UTF-8. Then the value you are given. Then the version is the first version. Now this is well formed or not well formed, it is, we cannot say. We can check with the help of DTD or XML schema. Your XML file is a well formed or valid XML file. Just we are written the only for single simple the XML file only. Now if you are running the program, see here I am going to E. Under E directory, CSS, then 20 January, then see here. When you are saving the file, the type is XML document. It is not the HTML document. Now this HTML document also, if you want to run your application, we need the web browser. Any web browser, maybe the HTML, maybe any web browser, maybe the Chrome or Mozilla or Opera. Now we are running with the help of browser. Now open with one minute. Now I am copying the entire the content. Copy. Then go and paste under the browser. Then we are having for the browser forward slash will be there. Here the backward slash will be there. I am changing slash test.xml. See here. It is as it is reading your XML file. This XML file does not appear to have the any style information associated with. This documentary shown in below. See here. This is root element. Under the root element, child element will be there, subchild element will be there. Now see here, it is hiding the structure. Now you are understanding purpose? Now under your XML program, I'm not closing the properly about the address under the Rajesh. Under the Rajesh, I'm not closing the address. What will happen? See here, check it properly. See here. This page contains the following error. The error in the line number 12 at the column 11, opening and ending tag is mismatched. XML is a case sensitive. XML is a case sensitive. The below is rendering the page up to the first error, mismatching the address, the line 0 and student. Under the students here, when you are closing the tag, when you are properly closing your tag, then when you are running your application, see here, same as is the content it is displaying. What we are written the XML source code, just it is checking. See here, under the XML, also under the browser side, XML compiler will be there. It is compiling. By running this application, we cannot say as it is valid or not valid or well formed. The simple example for your XML. The next we are going for this is the example, same thing. Actually here the different will be there. Email to from address I took here. There I took only for the student address. Now coming to that XML file, it is a valid or not valid. That is the purpose we are going for the validations. Under the XML we are having as a validations. A well-formed XML document can be validated against the DTD or schema. If you want to verify the XML file, we can validate with the against with the help of DTD or schema. Well-formed XML document is an XML document with correct syntax. It is very necessary to know about the valid XML document before knowing the XML validations. Means, for checking purpose, we are going for the valid XML document. It must be well formed, satisfy the all basic syntax conditions. It should be behave according to the predefined DTD or XML schema. Means, if you want to validate your XML file, we are having predefined syntax will be there. With the help of predefined syntax under the DTD or XML schema, we should validate your XML file. Before going for the validating XML file, what other rules will be there for the well-formed XML document? We should follow these 8 rules. It must begin with the XML declaration. Just now you saw if you want to declare your XML program, compulsory this is required. XML declaration is required. This is the first rule. It must begin with the XML declaration. It must have the one unique root element will be there. One unique root element will be there. This is the root element, unique only. One root element will be there. This is the root element, unique, opening root element, closing root element. The second rule. All start tags of XML documents must match and end with tag. Means, if you are writing the any tag, for example, this is a root tag, the root tag should be compulsory with the close, at the time of your closing the tag should be the similar. If you are missing the one character also, it will not work. That is the purpose, is a case sensitive. Then XML tags are case sensitive. All elements must be closed. If you are just now you saw that for the address, for opening of the address, we are written the tag. For the closing of the address, we are missing the one character, or if you are not closing it properly, /, it will not work. All elements must be properly nested. If you, means we should nest it. Just now you saw about the student, under the student name, roll number, address. It is a nested format. All attribute values must be quoted. Just now I said. XML entities must be used for the special characters. Now this is a rules diagram for your rules for the XML formed. The rules of well formed XML purpose, just now you learned, same will be there. I have represented in the format of the diagram. It must begin with the XML declaration. It must have the one of the unique root element. All tags of the XML document must matches the end of the tag. XML tags are case sensitive. all elements must be closed properly, all elements must be properly nested, all attributes must be double quoted. If you are assigning for the attributes the value, double quoted will be there. The last, all entities must be special characters will be there under the XML. Then next we are going for XML DTD. DTD defines as a legal element for legal element of an XML document. In simple words, we can say that DTD defines the document structure, which a list of legal elements and attributes. XML schema is an XML based alternative to DTD. Actually, DTD and XML schema both are used for well-formed XML document purpose. For checking your XML file purpose, we are validating with the help of DTD and XML schema. We should avoid the errors in XML document because they still stop the XML programs. Coming to the schema, XML schema, it defines the XML language. Under the XML schema, it uses the namespace. It allows the uses of existing the definitions. It supports the large number of built-in data types and definition of the derived data type. Means we can see the one by one DTD, then we can go for schema. Next, we are going for DTD. What is DTD? DTD stands for document type definition. Document type definition. It defines the legal building block of XML document. It is used to define the document structure with list of legal elements and attributes. The purpose of DTD, its main purpose is to be define the structure of XML documents. It contains a list of legal elements and define the structure with the help of them. Now, the main purpose of your DTD, for validating your XML purpose, we are going for the main purpose of the DTD. Now, if you want to check the validations under the XML, before proceeding with the XML, DTD, you should must check the validations. XML document is called well formed. Means when you design the XML document, the document is a well formed or valid XML file or not. The checking purpose, we are going for the validations. Well formed and the valid XML document is one of we are given the value against the DTD. Next we are going for under the DTD, how you want to declare the elements. Under the DTD we should declare the elements, attributes, then entities. In the today's class, for the simple, we are learning with the help of elements only. In the next class, in the next session, we are learning entire the scenario about elements, attributes and entities. Now, if you want to write the document for your DTD, first under the document, we are having the element, how the elements we are declaring. Then if you want to declare the elements we are declaring with the help of explanatory mark, element name, the list of child elements. If you want to see the example element, the element name I am given as a student first name, last name and email ID. This is the way we can declare the elements under the DTD with the help of the syntax only. Now the list, the child element specific, the modifiers will be there. Means under the modifiers, we are having three types of modifiers will be there under the DTD. Plus is representing the 0 and more occurrence. Means the list of child elements, the element is, it can be occur n number of times. If you are representing as a plus means, under the list of child elements, if you are specifying the any one element, if you are representing as a plus means, the element should be occur one or more occurrence. It should be occur minimum one time, maximum more number of times. Star represent 0 or more occurrence. Means it should be occur 0 or 1. Question mark means 0 or 1. Star means 0 or more occurrence. If you are taking the example for the person, the parent is place. The place means this element should be occur more or more one occurrence or more occurrence. Under this element, when you're defining the element under the DTD, element name is person. For the person, we are having the list of child elements will be there. Here the list of child elements, we are having the 4 elements will be there. Parent, age, spouse, sibling will be there. Now under the list of child elements, for the first child elements, for the parent element, we are giving as a place modifier. The place modifier means this child elements, it is occurring the one occurrence or more occurrence. For the age, we are not specified any modifier. Coming to the spouse we are giving as a question mark. Question mark means 0 or 1. Means for the person only the one spouse only will be there, or 0 spouse will be there. Means if they are not married the person, we can call as a 0. If they are married means only the 1. Sibling means here the star. 0 or more occurrence of siblings will be there. This is the modifiers we can use under your elements under your at the time of your defining inside your DTD. Now we are going for the example for your DTD. This is an example for the external. Actually DTD it is categorized 2 types, internal DTDs and external DTDs. First we are focusing about the external DTDs. External DTDs means we are writing the separate XML file, then we are writing the separate DTD file. Internal DTD file means inside your XML file it is embedded DTD. Now here before going to here we are having this under the XML, what are the technologies will be there. Under the XML we are having the n number of technologies will be there. Under the XML related technologies will be there. XHTML is a technology. Under the XML, n number of technology will be there. Just now you learn about the DTD and XML schema. See a DTD. Now DTD means document type definition. It is under standard which is used to define the legal elements under the XML document. Now according to your syllabus, we are learning only under the XML around 10 to 15 technologies will be there. Just we are learning only for the 2 technologies. XSLT will be there according to your syllabus. According to your syllabus, we are having XSLT, then we are having DTD and XML schema will be there. Now see, we are having XXLT, Extensible Hypertext Markup Language. It is clear and a stricter version of the XML. It belongs to the family of XML markup language. XML markup language. It was to develop the make HTML is more extensible and increase the interoperability with other data. Then XML DOM will be there, document object model will be there. Under the JavaScript also we are having the DOM. Under the XML also we are having XML DOM will be there. It is a standard document model. It is used to access and manipulate XML. Now we are having the XSLT. Extensible style sheet language. It is transform the XML into other format like HTML. Means by using the XML language, if you want to transfer to another language in the format of HTML, at the time we are taking as XSLT. XSLT will be there, XSL will be the XPath, XQuery. Then we are having the DTD, then XSD. This XSD only XML schema definition. XSD means XML schema definition. For validating your XML program, we are according to your syllabus, we are learning only these 2 technologies, DTD and XSD, XML schema definition. Now, if you want to see the example for your well-formed XML document with the help of DTD, now we are opening the notepad. Under the notepad, we are typing the program. See it. According to the syntax, the first the XML root version will be there. According to the diagram, it must begin with the XML declaration. It must begin with the XML declaration. Now, XML version 1.0, then encoding type UTF-8. Then next what will be there? It must have one unique element. Now we are writing the DTD. Under the DTD, first here we should define with the help of doc type. Where if you want to, we should define with the help of document type. Doc type, then element name. The element name I am giving as a student. The element name I am giving as a student. Then we are having the syntax. If you want to write the document DTD, we are having document type, document. Now I am writing as a external DTD. Mean your understanding purpose, I am going for the internal DTD first, then I will come to the external DTD. For external DTD, we should write with doc type, element name, then square braces, not opening braces, square braces, opening square braces. Then we should define the element name student, then under the student name, roll number, then address. Just I took only for 3 list of child elements according to the syntax. According to the syntax, what is the syntax will be there? Element name, list of child elements. Element name is student. Under the student I took as a name, roll number and the address. Next I'm going now under the element we are having only the one data type will be there, PC data type will be there. Parts character data type, name, roll number and address. Now we are defining the data type. Now we are defining with the help of element, then name is a list of child element, name, then hash PC data. PC data is a data type. This data type, only the one data type is available under the element, PC data type. Then element, then roll number, then parts PC data, element, then address, PC data. Then now after defining the elements, for the elements under the list of child elements we are having that a list of child elements. Now I am specifying the data type. After specifying the data type, then I am closing the document type. Opening document type is here angular braces, closing angular braces here angular braces. This is a rectangular braces, rectangular opening braces, the rectangular closing braces, closing your angular braces. Then now below I am writing your XML program. Root element is student. Under the student name will be there, name Ravi, then roll number 1 2 3 4, or maybe your understanding purpose 160518733001. Then closing roll number, then address. The address is Hyderabad, closing AD address. Then closing your student, Now we have written the simple program of your XML with the help of DTD, doc type, doc type, element name is student. Then under the document type, we are defining the element. For the element, it can consist list of child elements. For the list of child elements, we are defining the data type with the help of the element, child element name, data type. Then we have written your XML program. Now for these 4 lines, now we are validating with the help of your DTD, with the help of doc type, with the syntax. Now we are saving control S. Now we are saving the file with the help of .xml, not .dtd. Now sample means this is internal DTD, no, internal DTD dot XML. My understanding purpose, the file name internal DTD dot XML. Now if you are seeing internal DTD, it is saving the format of document type. Now see here, it is well formed. Now it is a well formed. Now as it is not reading your syntax. We are getting as the output. Now if you want to write the external DTD, now I am writing the external DTD. Separate we are writing the DTD, separate we are writing the XML file. Now if you want to write the external DTD, same as will be there. XML root XML version 1.0, then encoding UTF-8, then doc type, same will be there. Here the system will be there. Element name is student, then here system, then we are giving the DTD file name. I will give the later, maybe I not written the DTD. Directly I am going for student name Rajesh, then roll number 1605187330002, roll number, then address. We can write anything. Address, ADD RESS, then closing your student, then we are saving this file with the help of XML, not HTML, XML. Now we should give here the path, something maybe what DT, maybe I'm giving as test2.dtd. I'm not written the source code. We should write the test2.dtd. This is external dtd.xml. My understanding purpose, the file name I'm giving external dtd.xml. Then then I'm opening another notepad. Under the another notepad, I'm writing the element element name student, the name, roll number, address. Means already we written in the file external dtd.xml. In that we are written the element list of child elements. Now here what we are defining the data type for your list of child elements. Element name parts PC data. PC data. Element, then roll number, PC data. PC data. Then element, address, PC data. Then control S. Now we are saving test2.dtd. It is external DTD. We are writing the separate file. We are writing the separate file. Means test2.dtd. Now see here. Test2.dtd document type definition. Means we cannot run this test2.dtd. We should run only for external.dtd. Means somewhere mistake will be there. We are not getting the source code. Test2.dtd. Doc type student system. Doc type student UTF-89. Doc type student. Name, roll number, ADD, address, closing the student. Doc type. Then once we can check in that where is gone test dot element student, roll number, name, element, student, name, roll number, name. Where is gone name? Name, roll number. Test2.dtd. Test2.dtd only. Once we can run again, same correct only will be there. If you are running your test2.dtd program, see here. Microsoft Visual Studio, it is going to the version. It is not a correct. You should run with your XML file only. Open with where is gone. Document type. Copy. Then open with browser. Under the browser, paste it. See a file. In the previous class I discussed about the first class protocol file. With the help of the file protocol, now it is opening with the Microsoft Studio. Then what is the file name? Not test. The file name, what is the file name will be there? extd extdtd dot xml. Means this page contains the following error. The error at the line number 2, invalid element name. The error in the line number 2, invalid name. Document type student. Line number 2 at column 2, starting of element name, starting of the element name, student, invalid. Means I'm giving as a stud, control S, stud. So here we are getting here, this is the output. This is reading your external DTD. In the next class, we learn briefly about your DTDs, internal and external DTDs, with the help of elements. Under the elements, how you want to define the attributes, then the entities. This is a simple for the XML file, how you want to write for the for validating your XML file or well formed XML purpose. Next, in the next class, we are learning under the DTDs only. We are going again the examples with the internal DTD and external DTDs with the help of entities, attributes, elements. Thank you.